Hello and welcome. I'm Bob Hall, owner of New Visions Books and Gifts right here in good old York, Pennsylvania. And we have been in business since 1987. We're a unique metaphysical shop in that we offer all kinds of different products and services. A lot of stores who are now metaphysical don't really necessarily offer books and things like that, or they offer some gift items. We offer a lot of different items, and I want to share one of those with you today in depth, which is about our incense products and our sage products. So if you'll hang on and come in with me, I'll show you a few things. First of all, we're going to start with incense sticks. When it comes to incense, most people like to buy just a regular stick like this. We offer them loose if you're interested in that. We have a brand called Wildberry, and we offer 97 different fragrances of incense that you can pick from. We have bags here, and you can pick out the choices that you're interested. It also comes in a small sticks, but we offer only about 30 of those sticks. Now, when it comes to buying incense, if you look at a lot of the packages, you'll find out that it doesn't list a quantity, but it lists grams. So most incense, particularly that comes from outside of this country, is packaged in grams, like 8 grams, 12 grams, 25 grams, and so on. And generally, the rule is, if it's a gram, it's about 1 ounce, or 1 stick, I mean. So you'll find that if it says like 8 grams, you're probably getting 8 sticks in the box, and 40 would be 40. So our second most popular incense, after you go from the Wildberry loose incense, if you want a packaged incense, we have these 8-gram boxes of hemp incense. We have 39 different scents of hemp incense. You can get all different kinds of brands, and there's only 8 sticks to a pack. So that's a real good deal. If you buy 5, we give you a 6-pack free. That's very, very popular and comes in a huge variety of sticks. Like I say, we offer 39 different choices. Then we can move on to some higher quality incense. Now let me explain something about incense. If you go to a dollar store, you're getting what you pay for. Incense costs money like anything else. The really, really cheap incense, you'll find that they use cheap oils and cheap things to make the incense. You'll find when you burn it that the smell is not going to be there what you were hoping for. And of course, depending on how cheap the incense is, it's really not even safe to breathe. So you need to be careful about what kind of incense you're buying. We've been carrying essential essences since we've been in business, nearly 30 years now of essential essences, and we carry that in a big variety of choices. Some of them are like we have Buddhist blend, we have cannabis and white sage, we have Palo Santo, we have premium patchouli, prosperity, white sage, patchouli, and dragon's blood. So we offer a wide variety of those, and those come 16 in a pack. Sometimes they even come with a free little bottle of oil in with us. So that's a brand that's been proven to be very successful, very popular. We hope you might check that out. Then we also have in this new incense we just got in recently called Holy Temple and Sacred Gardens, and those also are 15 into a pack, and they're a very powerful incense. We find that people really like that. Another very popular incense we carry is called Indian Temple Incense, and we've been selling this for a long time. And it does have a smell like people who are familiar with the kind of incenses they burn in temples and some kind of churches and things. This is one of those kinds. This is very, very popular. We also carry that in cones, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Blue Pearl, we've carried since we've opened our doors. They've been around forever and ever. They make many brands of many kinds of incense, but their 2 most popular are Silver Lotus and Golden Champa. We carry those. We've carried those for years. Some of these incenses, and this is a perfect example, they're that powerful that you can just open the pack and lay them down. You don't even have to burn them. But some of these, a lot of people, if they get them, they only burn a half a stick at a time because they have that much they give out for the longest time, so you actually save money that way. But they're just shows you how good the quality of the incense is. Talk about this in a moment. If you're going to any store that sells incense, they need to be selling Nag Champa and in the blue box, all right? This incense has been around forever. I mean, any store that doesn't carry this is missing out. It's got a very unique scent. There are some people that come here, been coming for years, will only buy that brand of incense. They won't buy any other kinds because of the smell. It has a very, very unique and very powerful smell. Now that comes in assorted different sizes. We have it in 15 grams, we have it in 40 grams, we have 100 grams, and we also have that in a 250 gram. That also comes in cones, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So those are some of the very popular incenses. We've tried a lot of incense over the years, and we find out which ones folks do not care for, and we drop that. We're only carrying ones that we know are proven success stories, so we hope you'll consider all these. Again, in your top of the line quality incenses, we have this whole different brand down here. There's ones like Call of the Shaman, Divine Energy, Dragon's Blood, Dream Spirit, Flower of Life, Golden Spirit, Mantra, Mother Earth, Palo Santo. It comes in Sacred Purification, Reiki Energy, 7 Chakras, 7 Angels. It comes in Tree of Life. It comes in White Magic. These are all, again, very popular and very powerful incenses. You don't need to burn very much at all. So you're actually, if you buy something like that, you're getting something that's much better than buying even the small packs, although we sell tons and tons of those. Okay, so now you have these stick incenses. How do you burn them? Well, you can stick them in a flower pot, but the easier way is to use what they call a banana boat. And that's these. You can get just a plain stick like this. It doesn't have anything fancy on it. There's a hole in there. Your incense goes in here. It burns and drops off down there. Now, some people want to get a little bit more fancy, so you can get things here, like with King Tut. You can go ahead and get fancy ones like with skeleton hands on. And there are all kinds of choices here. We have more down here in different colors and different styles. So those are available if you want to do something else like that. And we also have Archangel incense in the major archangels, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. That's also available as well. Now, for those of you who want to use powder, we offer powder incenses. And people say, well, what's the difference between powder and stick? Some people believe that powder is more pure because the incense has to be glued onto the stick. It's just personal choice. The powder sometimes is a little bit stronger and doesn't need to burn as much as it does with your stick incense. So in powdered incense, we have 2 different kinds. There's a granulated incense, and then there's just a powdered incense. Now, the granulated tends to have a stronger smell, so you burn less of that than you would with the powdered incense. But they come in a number of different flavors, but you'll find that you're not going to get as many choices of your fragrances in powder that you're going to get in your stick. So that's why a lot of people go with that. Okay, so now we also have Palo Santo, which these are little sticks that people burn portions of these. And that comes in a stick, that comes in a chip, and they're also available in the regular long sticks as well. Now, your question is, how do you burn that? Well, you can get several different kind of burners. The one that we recommend the most is a burner like this. It has a wire frame on it sitting here, and you're going to what you're going to actually do is you're going to get charcoal, which is available right here. It's 10 in the pack. And you take a piece of this charcoal out and you're going to light that. Now, charcoal comes in a foil package because it can get damp if you leave it out. So we recommend that you either keep it wrapped up in the foil or that you go ahead and put it in a little baggie. So you get your piece of charcoal, which this charcoal is showing right there in the box what it looks like. You lay that on top of the burner here. You light that first, and then you put your powder on. And it needs the room to breathe underneath. That's why these are recommended. People still use a plain flat thing like this, and we sell them because you can also burn it that way. But you'll find it will do easier if you put your charcoal on and put your powder. Well, you say, well, how much powder should I use? Well, every different kind of incense has a different smell. You'll have to try it and see. Some you can just put a little bit on, some you'll have to put a lot on. But once you work with it, you'll find out which kind works best either way. Obviously, as I said, the granulated will work better than the stick will work better. So we have that. We have all kinds of choices here. Here you can put your cone in there. You can have sticks of incense down here, and the same way you can do that as well with this. So we have all of those different kind of choices as well there. We even have. If you want to go ahead and use this old-fashioned thing, we also have those kind of things available here as well, in big ones, and we have them in small ones. These here are for people who want to take your incense and ground it up more. So we have those are available as well, like your apothecary stuff you find in the store. So all of those choices are available there. Now, for those of you who, rather than using a stick or powder, would like to have a cone, we do offer 24 different kinds of cones. We have things like 7 angels, we have precious amber, sandalwood, dragon's blood, frankincense and myrrh, rose. We have frankincense and myrrh separately. We also have Indian temple, which I said comes in a stick. We have that in a cone. And we have Super Hit, which is also connected with Nag Champa. And of course, we have Nag Champa. We have Palo Santo. And basically, the cone, you do the same thing with as you do with the powder. It's going to work best if you get charcoal. You don't have to use it, but you'll find it's going to be hard to light if you don't. So you get yourself a piece of charcoal and put your cone on that. Or if you want to go with these, you go right ahead and do the same thing and light your cone and put that out, use that, and it gives you the same kind of smells as the powder. What's the difference? It's personal choice. All of this stuff is personal choice. You don't have to use this thing or that thing, but if you like to go through the ritual of going through what it takes to process your loose incense or your powder, go ahead and do that. If you like just taking a stick, sticking it right in the banana boat and let that do that, that's available too. So all this is about whatever works for you. We give you several different varieties of choices here of the things that you can use. So another popular thing along in the incense line is smudge sticks. So you say, what are smudge sticks? Smudge sticks are what people generally use to cleanse their house from negativity or anything they don't feel good about that's going on in their house. So we offer 2 different kinds. We offer white sage smudge sticks, which come in a regular stick or a bigger stick. They also come in loose sage if you want it that way. They also come in sweetgrass, or we offer what's known as desert sage. And this is sage, sage and cedar, sage and copal, sage and lavender, sage and pinyon pine, sage and sweetgrass. Some people think that plain white sage has a little bit of a strong smell to it. So they make this other kind of this other kind of sage that you have blends in something else which can help counterbalance that. Desert sage also is generally used more in ritual ceremonies. The Native Americans use that a lot, as opposed to this here, because this is for just doing major cleansing. This you can be using for all kinds of other things as well. So those are available. Now, the sage stick is something that you go ahead and light the end of it, and then you blow it out, and it's the smoke that's left over from after having lighted that, and you walk around through the house and go ahead and cleanse it by using your smudge stick. It's not something that you use a lot of at one time, it's something that you use frequently if something's going on. So you would never burn even a quarter of this stick at one time, or you'd choke yourself out of the house and home. But it's very powerful and it does work. A lot of people like the smell. Some people think it's a little strong, and then we suggest you consider burning maybe a rose or a lavender incense afterwards if you feel necessary to do that. But sage has become, everyone is coming in and buying it now because they're finding there's all kinds of things going on in my house and I want to cleanse and release it. Whether you're having individuals who are there who you don't want there, who are not in the physical form, or you can just find out as well, you come into the house and you might have a disagreement with somebody, it's leaving off negative energy in there. So we suggest that you smudge regularly for a while, and as things feel lighter, then you lighten up. But I suggest you consider maybe doing a maintenance like once a month, just to cleanse out anything that's going on in your house, no matter what it is. We have papers on here explaining the different things you can do with sage, to cleanse your house. So that's something that's available there to do all of that. All right. And now you can also, with that, you can use, well, first of all, you can have these abalone shells that some people carry around. They carry their stick in it, and they have it underneath in case anything drops off. You can also get a feather, if I can get it to come off here, that sometimes people will wave and help the smoke go through as you're doing it. So those things are available to do. And it's very, very easy to use a smudge stick. And again, like I say, we'll be glad to help you if you come in. Now, some people live in a place where you can't burn a smudge stick. Either you live in an apartment house with other people, or you have sprinklers in the system, so you can get sage in a bottle. This is great. This only has come out a few years ago, so it's able to get yourself spray and go ahead and spray your house around, or if maybe you're at work somewhere where you can go ahead and do that, and you can go ahead and use spray. So that's available as well. Now, in cleansing, sometimes people want to use holy water or rose water, and we offer both rose holy water and we offer both rose water as available. So those are available if you want to do those as well as part of your cleansing with your sage. Now we also have other sprays which are just for other kind of things, like we have money spray, love spray, and protection spray. And here Palo Santo also comes in a liquid spray as well. So those are available to use. Now speaking of sprays, we also carry Nag Champa, Dragon's Blood, Palo Santo, and white sage in a spray. So you can use this to spray in your house or somewhere, whether you're choosing to cleanse or not. It's just a nice little spray to have if you'd rather do that than burn things. And also going back to incense, we also carry incense matches that people can get, and they can light it up and just have a little brief smell for a short period of time. So those are available as well. We have a number of books also available in telling you how to use sage if you're interested. This is just a little small one, but there's 5 or 6 different choices here we have. It gives you some information available. Like I say, we have a page there telling you how you can smudge your house. A few other things we carry along in the cleansing line. What's become really popular all of a sudden is Florida water. And Florida water comes from Florida, believe it or not. And it's like a cologne, but it's actually something you use to wash yourself and cleanse your body and releasing things that you want to let go. So we have that. We have some flower waters, which are also basically the same thing as Florida water. We have it in patchouli. We have Kanga water. We also have some elixirs and sprays if you're interested in that. So there's a wide variety of all kinds of things that are related. So that gives you an idea of just what we have going on in our incense and our smudge wall. We have more things here as well, which we'll talk about in future episodes. Thank you, appreciate it, bye.